as I got older, Keith Young meant a lot more to me. Just been competitor and referee, just meant a lot to me from his history of what he did for the sport as an athlete, and what he did for the sport as a coach, and what he did for the sport as a referee. So because of that, for a guy like me, wow, he's a powerful guy in the sport.
Our oldest son really didn't like it. He played football. He loved knocking people down. But he didn't really like to wrestle. He liked to act. He's a good actor. And one time during practice, he came to his dad and he said, "Can I get out early?" And Keith said, "Why?" And he said, "Well, I'm going to try out for a play." And he said, "Go. If you want to, go."
I grew up around wrestling, knew about it, so the wrestlers and the Hall of Famers were like icons to me. You'd see Keith Young wrestling tournament, I would go to the National Wrestling Hall of Fame and see Keith Young's name. So in my mind, I had no idea that this person really existed. And so I'm in driver's ed, and I can just remember it vividly because all of a sudden there's a substitute teacher, and I see this table plant down on my desk, and I look down and I see this ring on it that says National Wrestling Hall of Fame. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Keith Young. And it took me aback. I'm like, I can't believe he's really here, and is my substitute teacher at driver's ed. The next day I brought in a shirt and had him sign in. It was really an important moment for me because that was like meeting Michael Jordan or Babe Ruth to me.
He wasn't this person that wandered around here taking down people with a headlock and all that sort of stuff. He really was a smart person.
Keith and Marilyn Young joined our community when Keith's disease had progressed to the point that Marilyn needed some assistance with the caregiving. So we had known them as community members for quite a while before they arrived at New Aldaya, and they were a part of our community for several years. And then, of course, part of the reason they joined our community was to be ensured that Keith had the care and support that he would need as his disease progressed.
You took care of him. You let him do which is not good sometimes, but you let him do what he wanted to do.
He never forgot his manners. I don't know if Marilyn taught him or his parents. Or he never forgot his manners.
Rob kept him not in his bed, but walking. I think he spent more hours walking with that man than anyone I know.
And walking around and talking and was a very calming thing for him.
We put a headlock on Rob one night, and Rob said, "Coach, this isn't a wrestling room."
He had been my coach at CF, so he was my wrestling coach. And so I was already very fond of Keith and Marilyn because she had been somebody that I enjoyed her reading to us as kids. And, so I was fond of both Marilyn and Keith.
Unfortunately, dementia is on the rise in our country. In 2014, the Alzheimer's just released a report that indicated that we have over 5 million people suffering with dementia in the United States. We know that the physical environment is very important in the care of someone with a dementing illness.
I think one of the things that is good about the new environment is that it's going to be more home-like. And so that's going to help with the transition for our patients.
It really is just simply designed to be more like home and conducive for the special needs that people with dementia have.
Having that home-like environment will make them feel more comfortable and make the transition easier.
Keith, obviously a great man, well known in the community, a leader, a mentor. There's not a better way to honor Keith than to name this wonderful facility after him. It's easy to get involved. It's easy to get information. You can go to both New Aldaya and the unipanther.com website. We'll both have information on our websites to how you can get engaged, and make a gift. We're raising money to build this new memory house so we can better care for people in our community, and by making a gift you're going to make a difference in a lot of lives, and I can't think of a better thing to do.